We are back for game number 2. Just had the senior day festivities in between games 1 and 2 where St. Francis honored their 6 senior members of their baseball team: Matt Lopez, John McGuire, Josh Kernbauer, Sam Pileggi, Dan Gusel, and Mac Malcheski. As the Saints look to split this doubleheader, they lost game 1 by the score of 4-2. Mac Malcheski went the distance in that one. 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, dropped to 4-3 on the year, but 2 straight good performances from Mac here down the stretch. Good sign for the Saints, and we're ready for game number 2. A lineup that looks very similar for both teams. For Olivet Nazarene here in game number 2, this will be their third baseman, Jack Dupuis. Donovan Yell will bat second out in center field. Kai Hudson bats third, plays short. Taylor Steig is the cleanup hitter, batting fourth. Joseph Jimenez bats fifth, plays left. Jordan Roden hitting sixth, playing second base. Evan Pajoli at first base, batting seventh. Mason Beatty does the catching here in game number 2. He'll hit eighth. And then Taylor Bledsoe gets the start out in right field, batting ninth for Olivet Nazarene here in game number 2. And they'll do all that against the Saints starting pitcher, Sam Pileggi. Sam, 5'9", 175-pound senior out of Plainfield, Illinois. He's 2-2 on the year. This is his 8th start of the season, 27 innings of work, 29 hits against Sam, 27 walks, 22 strikeouts. And he's 1-2 here on Dupuis. And his last time out was back on the 21st against St. Ambrose. 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 4, struck out 7 in that one. 1-2 is, I guess, just away to Jack Dupuis. Dupuis was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored in game 1. He's 1 for 10 in the 3-game series so far. 2-2. Inside 3-2. This is shaping up very similar to the first at-bat of game 1 where Jack Dupuis fell behind Mac Malcheski 0-2 in his first at-bat, and then he ended up drawing a walk on a 3-2 pitch. We'll see what Sam can do here on this 3-2 payoff pitch. Grounds it to the second baseman, John McGuire. Slow roller, but time. John throws it low, but Meliska's there to make the catch. 1 up, 1 down in the top of the first. And that St. Francis defense here in game number 2. Infield the same in game 1 as it is in game 2. Drew Dant gets the start at third. Brian Hidalgo at short. John McGuire at second. Nate Meliska at first. Outfield is the same as game 1. Josh Kernbauer in left. Cliff Vickers in center. Jake Klapash out and right. The only change to the defensive alignment, Jake Murda will get the start behind home plate in game 2. He was the DH for game 1. First ball swinging is Donovan Yell. Hits it to Nate Meliska over at first. Nate will win the race to the bag. 2 quick outs here by Pileggi in the top of the first inning. Saints now lost 2 in a row to Olivet Nazarene here. They lost game 2 of the doubleheader on Thursday. They lose game 1 of the doubleheader here in Joliet today. Looking for their 25th win of the season. They're 24-19 on the year, 22-9 in the CCAC, while Olivet Nazarene 22-26 on the year, 19-12 in the CCAC. First pitch to Kai Hudson is upstairs for a ball. Hudson in game 1, 1 for 3. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning and scored. He's 2 for 9 in the series. He scored 3 times. The 1-0. 2-0. Suns come out here for game number 2. First pitch was at 3:34 p.m. 77 degrees. It's 2-1. Some patches of blue above. The sun is out right now. Clouds moving quickly straight out to center field. That wind still blowing out. It shifted a little bit now, blown out to left center. It was blown out to straightaway center for game 1. This ball's hit right in that jet stream. That'll be trouble. Splits the defenders up against the wall, and Kai Hudson will have a 2-out double here in the first. That's exactly where that wind is blowing. Not that it would have mattered. That ball was hit on a line. That was extra bases from the minute it left the bat for Kai Hudson. Now the DH, Taylor Steig, Steig 0 for 4 in game 1. It's 4 for 11 in the series. First pitch to Steig is held up, and that's the first pitch that Taylor Steig is not swung at in this ball game. He was 0 for 4 in game 1. He swung at the first pitch in all 3 of his first 3 plate appearances. His 4th plate appearance, he swung at the first 2 pitches. It's the first pitch he's held off of here today. He's up in the count 1-0. There's a fastball in from Sam, 1-1. And we hit the 8-0, so the official game time temperature, 80 degrees. You love an 80-degree day at the end of April. 1-1 punch to right. Over for it is Meliska, and Nate makes the twisting catch down the first base line to retire Steig and retire Olivet Nazarene here in the first. That's 7 straight scoreless innings thrown by the Saints here against the Tigers. Let's see if they can get some runs in the bottom of the first. Freshman pitcher on the mound here for Olivet in game 2 of this doubleheader. It's the righty, 6'4" out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Eli Laurent. Laurent 3-2 on the season. This is his 10th appearance of the year. His 5th game started, 27 2/3 innings, 22 hits, 15 walks, 16 strikeouts, and his last time out was in a 16-1 win over Indiana South Bend. He went 5, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, walked 4, struck out a couple. And this is the lineup he will face in game 2 for the Saints. John McGuire, man at the plate, batting leadoff, playing second. Josh Kernbauer bats second, plays left. Nate Meliska will bat third and play first. Jake Klaposh is the cleanup hitter, batting fourth, playing right field. Drew Dant bats fifth, plays third. Brian Hidalgo hitting sixth, playing short. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, Jack Salzeder. Batting eighth is the center fielder, Cliff Vickers. And Jake Murda will do the catching here in game number 2. As McGuire hits it to right. The right fielder falls down, makes the catch from his backside. Taylor Bledsoe falls down, is able to make the catch sitting down. One away here, top of the first. McGuire just looking out at Bledsoe out in right field. Like, are you kidding me, man? No, 1 up, 1 down here, bottom of the first. Here's Josh Kernbauer now. First pitch to Josh. He hits it to the right side. A couple of bounces to Jordan Roden, on to Pajoli at first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the first for St. Francis. That'll bring up the first baseman, Nate Meliska. And that Olivet Nazarene defense here on the infield. Jack Dupuis at third, Kai Hudson at short, Jordan Roden at second, Evan Pajoli over at first. In the outfield, Joseph Jimenez in left, Donovan Yell in center, Taylor Bledsoe out in right. Mason Beatty does the catching for Eli Laurent. First pitch to Maliska, swung on and missed. Laurent took a little off that one. 0-1 on the Saints' first baseman, Nate Maliska, make it 1-1. Nate 1 for 4 in game 1, had an RBI in the 5th. He's 1 for 11 in the series. Not a lot of offense from either team in this 3-game series. As Nate smacks it to right, and Bledsoe won't get that one. That'll pass him. That'll hit the wall. Maliska trying for 2, and he's out at second. So a very eventful first inning for Taylor Bledsoe. Ends up with a 9-4 putout at second as Maliska tries to turn a single into a double. And that is how the first inning will end. We'll go to the second. No score. Top two, each team with a hit in the first inning. In the second, it'll be Jimenez, Roden, and Pajoli against Sam Pileggi. Jimenez 2 for 3 in game 1, a couple of singles and RBI. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. 0-1. He's 4 for 7, a couple of walks in the series. Up and in, 1-1 here on Jimenez. So the Tigers scored 4 runs in the top of the first inning of game 1, and they haven't scored since. So that's 7 straight shutout innings by this Saints pitching staff. They lost game 1 4-2. Jimenez holds up 2-1. Popped up on the infield. Brian Hidalgo to the left of the second base bag makes the catch. 1 away in the second. Jordan Roden now. He's been the big bat in these 3 games for Olivet Nazarene. Didn't play in game 1. In game 2 of the doubleheader, went 3 for 3 with a home run. In game 1 here today, 2 for 3 with a 2-run double. So in the series, he's 5 for 6 with a home run, a double, and 3 runs knocked in. He has been the offensive MVP for both teams. Swings the first pitch, punches it to center. Vickers will have to play that on the roll. Is when things are going well, they're going well. Roden with a big swing off the end of the bat, just drops it behind the second baseman John McGuire in front of the center fielder Cliff Vickers for a 1-out single. 6th hit of the series for Roden. He's now 6 for 7. And this will bring up the first baseman Evan Pajoli. Evan in game 1, 1 for 2. An RBI single, a sac bunt, and a strikeout. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Murda in foul territory, makes the grab. Pop out to the catcher, 2 away. Now Mason Beatty. Beatty didn't play in game 1, gets the start here in game 2. 316 for Mason, 1 homer, 20 runs knocked in. Game number 19 of the season for Beatty, so 20 runs knocked in 18 games. He has a runner at first here with 2 away in the second. Inside for a ball. Sun hiding behind the clouds here again. Game 2 at Dooley Health and Care Field. 80 degrees at first pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Beatty played in one of the 2 games on Thursday. Went 0 for 3 with a run scored. Down in the dirt. Blocked by Murda. Roden doesn't go anywhere. This is an Olivet team that runs a lot. 113 stolen bases on the season compared to just 28 for St. Francis. 2-1. 3-1. Roden's 10 for 11 in steals, standing down there at first base. Swing and a miss from Beatty, 3-2. Tigers have 7 players with at least 10 stolen bases this season. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Roden will be off with the pitch. Hit to left, in on it comes Kernbauer, and that's going to be another bloop hit. The throw to third, and safe at third is Roden as the throw was off a little bit by the left fielder, Kernbauer. Plenty of time. Josh played it with his bare hand, and the throw just pulled Dant off the bag. So Sam Rezick will run at first base here for Mason Beatty. Taylor Bledsoe now, the number 9 hitter. Pinch ran in game 1. He's hitting .346 this season with 15 runs knocked in. Again, this is Tigers' offense that is just, they're hitting .330 as a team. They've scored 362 runs in 47 games, about 7 runs a game. First pitch to Bledsoe is a ball. Taylor played in one of the 2 games in the doubleheader on Thursday, went 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Pinch ran in game 1. He's got runners at the corners with 2 away here in the second. Tigers threaten. And that hit Bledsoe off the arm guard. So he'll go down to first, and the bases will be loaded here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Jack Dupuis. Jack grounded to second. Get things started here in the first. Jack now 1 for 11 in the series. It's a kid who came in hitting .424. Feel like he's due if you're an Olivet fan. First pitch from Pileggi is a fastball away. Sam will walk a batter. He's walked 27 in 27 innings. Also has 22 strikeouts. Could use one of those right here. 1-0. Hit to the left side, out of play. 1-1. Sam Pileggi, one of 6 Saints honored before game 2 here on Senior Day. Matt Lopez, John McGuire, Josh Kernbauer, Pileggi, Dan Gusel, and Mac Melcheski. Fastball just missing 2-1. That was a close pitch. Mac went the distance in game 1. Didn't pitch badly. Gave up 4 runs in the first and threw up goose eggs the rest of the way. Went the distance. 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, but saddled with the loss as the offense couldn't get things untracked. It's 3-1 here on Dupuis. On the other side, Thomas Plizga picked up the victory for Olivet. He went 4, gave up 1 earned run. Michael Freitas got the save, went the final 3 innings of game 1, the 4-2 Olivet victory. Fisted in on it comes the right fielder, and 3 bloop hits here in the second inning of game 2. And that's a 2-run single from Jack Dupuis. And that'll knock in a couple. It's 2-0 Tigers. Jordan Roden with a bloop hit to center. All 3 of these right in front of the outfielder, right behind the infielder. Nothing anybody could do about any of those hits. No real hard contact against Sam Pileggi here in the second inning, but 2 runs nonetheless. It's 2-0 Olivet. So this is Donovan Yell. He grounded to the first baseman in the first. So the Tigers jump out here early again. They were up 4-0 after 1 in game 1. They're up 2-0 here in the second. Bloop to single, bloop to left, bloop to right. Add in a hit by pitch, and that equals 2 runs. Bledsoe at second, Dupuis over at first now. A 1-0 count. 2-0 on Yell. Pileggi looking to end this right here. Keep it a 2-run game. Fastball up and in, 3-0. Brian Hidalgo calling timeout. Going over to have a chat with his pitcher real quick. I think we're ready to go. Shortstop is the unofficial leader of that offense. So Brian doing what that leader does. Go have a conversation with your man on the mound. Try to settle him down here a little bbit. He's falling behind Yell, 3-0. Fastball on the outer half, 3-1. Outfield playing Yell to pull. Cliff Vickers, handful of steps over towards right. A lot of space out to left center. Ground ball to the right side. Off the glove of McGuire into right field. Bledsoe will score. On to third goes Dupuis. It's an RBI single from Donovan Yell. And it's a 3-0 Olivet lead here in the second. Things are going well for you. They're going well. So Olivet, 3 bloop singles and a ground ball off the glove of the second baseman has led to 3 runs here in the second. Now Kai Hudson. He had a double back in the first. It's the 8th man to bat here in the second inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. Runners on the corners still for Kai. First pitch to Hudson is in there for a strike. The 0-1 upstairs, 1-1. The runner at third is Dupuis. He had a 2-run single. The runner at first is Donovan Yell. Pitch misses in, 2-1. Kai Hudson, just a fantastic batting eye. 163 at-bats this season. He's walked 29 times, struck out just 7. Swings the 2-1 pitch, pops it up on the infield. Really high. Dant Hidalgo calls him off. Brian will make the catch, and that will end things here in the second. But 3 runs on 4 hits. We go to the bottom of the second. Tigers 3-0. Bottom 2. Olivet Nazarene puts up a 3 spot in their half of the second. 3 bloop singles and a ground ball off the glove of the second baseman. Add in a hit by pitch. And Saints are down 3 here, bottom 2. They'll send up the middle of the order against Eli Laurent, who gave up a hit, but Nate Maliska was thrown out trying to stretch that into a double. This will be Jake Klaposh leading things off. First pitch to Jake is hit out to left. Jimenez, shy of the track, takes a few steps back, makes the catch on the track. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. Now Drew Dant. Drew 1 for 4 in game 1, scored a run. He's 2 for 10 in the series. First pitch to Drew is away. Dant came into the doubleheader hitting almost 440 on the season. Leads the team in home runs with 6. Leads the team in RBIs with 46. Big swing at the breaking ball. Fooled him a bit. 1-1. Grad student out of Highland. Counts even at 1. He's up on the count now, 2-1. Both middle infielders back on the grass for Olivet. And spread out, so a big hole up the middle. Dant pushes it to right and out of play. 2-2. Laurent kicks, fires. Fouled straight back by Dant, stays 2-2. Drew 6'2", 192 pounds. Played previously at William Jewell College. Playing this year for the Saints and having just a tremendous year. 2-2 pitch. Below the knees, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Laurent to Dant. Nobody out here, bottom second. Inside, ball 4. It's the first walk issued by either team here in game number 2. And the Saints have a 1-out base runner. This will be Brian Hidalgo. Brian came into the doubleheader 302 on the year. 3 homers, 35 runs knocked in. He was 1 for 4 in game 1, has a 4-game hitting streak now. First pitch fastball is a strike. Dog goes 4 for 10 in the series. Made the final out of game 1. Quick throw over to first. Dant back in safely. Drew's attempted 7 stolen bases on the year, only been successful twice. And Hidalgo into the glove of the third baseman. Dant will be caught off first as Dupuis fires it over to Pajoli for the 5-3 double play to end the second inning. We're through 2. Saints trail by 3. Top of the third inning we go. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 0-1-0 for the Saints. 8 men came to the plate in the second inning. They scored 3 runs on 4 not overly hard-hit baseballs, but in the box score they look like line drives. But this is me telling you they weren't. First pitch swinging, there's a line drive from Taylor Steig, and he'll pick up a leadoff single here in the third. That young man does not like to see a lot of pitches. He is up there swinging. Picks up his first hit of the day, his 5th of the doubleheader, and that'll bring up Joseph Jimenez. Jimenez popped out to short, leading off the second. The inning started off innocently enough. Jimenez popped out to short. Jordan Roden had a bloop single. The bunt is dropped down. It's fielded by Dant, except he's going to let it roll. It hit the lip of the grass over there down the third base line and just kicked to the left. So the second inning started off innocently enough. Pop out, bloop single, pop out to the catcher. So there were 2 outs and a runner at first. Then single, hit by pitch, single, single, and you look up and you've given up 3. Jimenez taking a long time getting back into the box after dropping that bunt down the line. We are ready to go now, though, with an 0-1 count. Steig at first, nobody out in the third. Late on the fastball, 0-2. Middle infield double play depth. Brian Hidalgo, John McGuire. Hoping to turn 2 here on a ground ball. Hard hit ground ball. The 0-2. Hits, I think, the shin pad of Jake Murda and hops all the way to the backstop. Moving to second, is Steig on the wild pitch. It's a 1-2 count with Steig at second now with nobody out in the third. It'll be Jimenez, Roden, and Pajoli. If anybody reaches Mason Beatty. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch from Pileggi to Jimenez. Ground ball to the shortstop. Brian, waist-high hop. Throws it to first to retire Jimenez and keeps Steig at second with 1 away now. Here's Jordan Roden now 6 for 7 in this 4-game series between Olivet, Nazarene, and St. Francis. 2 down in Bourbonnais, 2 here in Joliet. Roden was 3 for 3 in Game 2 of Thursday's doubleheader. He was 2 for 3 in Game 1 of this doubleheader, and he's 1 for 1 today. 6 for 7, a home run, a double, 3 RBIs. He has a runner at second with 1 away in the third. His team already up 3. Took something off it. Roden comes up empty, 1-1. So the CCAC tournament starts on May 3rd, runs through the 7th. And the first round of the NAIA tournament is May 13th. So playoff baseball on the horizon for one of these CCAC teams. The pitch is upstairs, 2-1. Six hits now for the Tigers off of Pileggi through 2 1/3. 2-1 from Sam. Foul to the right out of play, 2-2. Sam hasn't walked anybody yet, hasn't struck anybody out. He's given up 6 hits, 3 runs. He's hit a batter. He's got Steig at second with 1 away in the third. 2-2 here on Roden. Roden tries to hold up. He does. Count goes full, 3-2. Be Evan Pajoli up next. Full count here on Jordan Roden. Pileggi looks at Steig at second. Fires. And it's in the dirt, ball 4. So Roden will reach on the first walk issued by Pileggi. Does set up a double play here. with the first baseman, Evan Pajoli. Fouled out to the catcher his first time up. He's got Steig at second, Roden at first. Pajoli now 2 for 10 in the series. 1-0, down and in. Pileggi misses upstairs. Two on, one away in the third. Fastball in for a strike, 2-1 now. Sam looking to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs. He's already down 3 here in the third. Swung on and missed. Ball's in the dirt. Murta's able to pounce on it before anybody advances, so it's 2-2 now on Pajoli. Evan Pajoli, the 6'3 senior, out of Pekin. Got a 2-ball, 2-strike count here on him with 2 on and 1 away in the third inning. 2-2. Got him swinging. Big strikeout for Pileggi. He needed that one. First strikeout of the game for Sam, second out of the inning. That'll bring up Mason Beatty. It's the first time up for Mason. He blooped a single to left. It's an interesting inning for the Tigers. They had 3 what you would call Texas League base hits, right? The ones that fall right in front of the outfielder and right behind the infielder. That no man's land. Beatty turns on this one. It's at a country mile to right, but foul. So 3 bloop hits, and then Donovan Yell with a single off the glove of a diving John McGuire. So nothing hit all that hard, but put in the right spot and give your team a 3-run lead. 0-1 on Beatty. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on, top of the third. Pitch to Beatty is a fastball in there for a strike, 1-2. Pileggi looking to work around that leadoff single to Taylor Steig. 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. McGuire bobbles it. Has plenty of time, though, to retire Mason Beatty, the catcher, over at second. So Pileggi does indeed work around that leadoff single. Olivet strands 2. We go to the bottom of the third in a 3-0 ball game. St. Francis, third inning. We'll see 7-8-9 here against Eli Laurent, who has given up a hit and a walk through 2 innings. It'll be Jack Salzeder, Cliff Vickers, Jake Murda, and if anybody reaches, John McGuire. Salzeder, 2 for 12 on the season, getting the start here as the designated hitter. Batting 7th. Hits the 1-1 pitch at the second baseman, Jordan Roden. Roden leaps, makes the catch. Don't know if he needed to leap, but better safe than sorry. 1 away here in the third, and Cliff Vickers now the center fielder. So hard hit by Salzeder, but right at the second baseman. Positioned perfectly. 1 up, 1 down in the third inning. Cliff Vickers. Cliff had a RBI sack fly in game 1. He's 2 for 9 in the series. He hits it hard to right. That'll get down for a base hit. A 1-out single for Vickers. Second hit of the game for St. Francis. And bring up the number 9 hitter and catcher, Jake Murda. Murda 1 for 3 in game 1, had a single. 4 for 8 in the series, and batting out of the number 9 hole and doing the catching in game 2 was the DH in game 1. Comes in hitting .355 for that 1 for 3. Swings the first pitch, grounds it to Dupuis at third, goes to second, and not in time to get Murda over at first. So Jake will replace Vickers at first. Now with 2 outs in the top of the order, and John McGuire. John with hits in 21 of his last 23 games. Alex Milcars is pinch running over at first base. Milcars pinch running at first for Jake Murda. And a 1-0 count here on John McGuire. John 3 for 10 with a couple of strikeouts now in the series. But yeah, 21 hits in 21 of his last 23 games. Had a great senior season, hitting close to .380. 6 doubles, 5 triples, 4 home runs, while playing a rock-solid second base. Pitches on the corner for a strike. Slapped to right, but not deep. Bledsoe is there. Oh, and he drops the ball, loses it in the sun. Gets past him. Milcars will score. And into second goes John McGuire. It has been an adventure out there in right field for Taylor Bledsoe here this afternoon. In the first inning, he slipped and fell, made a catch from his backside, was able to throw out Nate Maliska as Nate tried to turn a single into a double, and then I think just lost that ball in the sun. Off the tip of his glove, hits the ground, and St. Francis gets on the board here. Josh Kernbauer now with McGuire at second and 2 outs. First run of the day for St. Francis. Pitches upstairs. So it's McGuire at second now with 2 outs. No RBI on that. An E9 out and right. That's the 4th error of the day for Olivet. Hard hit to the shortstop. Hudson has it. And that will retire the side. But the Saints do get on the board, courtesy of an error in right. We're a third of the way through this one. Saints are down 2. We go to the fourth. Saints got on the board in their half of the third, courtesy of an error by the right fielder. And the young man coming to the plate right here, Tyler Bledsoe. Bledsoe was hit by a pitch and scored in the second, and he's had a day out in right field. See if he can redeem himself offensively here for the Tigers. Swings at the first pitch and does just that with a base hit to right. So Bledsoe first pitch swinging, picks up a leadoff single, and now Jack Dupuis. Dupuis with the big hit in this one so far. 2-run single to right field in that 3-run second inning. Comes up with Bledsoe at first, nobody out. Bledsoe, like so many of these Tigers hitters, a threat to run. He's stolen 16 bases this season. First pitch is down to Dupuis, who's 1 for 2 in the game, 2 for 12 in the series. Squares to bunt, drops it down. It's fielded there by Pileggi. Sam will go to first on the sacrifice 1-3. Bledsoe to second now with 1 out, and Donovan Yell. Yell picked up his 26th RBI of the season in the second inning. Hit a ground ball into the hole in second base, and John McGuire just not able to get there off his glove. Seven hits already in 3 1/3 here off Pileggi. First pitch inside. Two and 0 now on Yell. Yell 2 for 14 now in the series. Make it 3 for 15 as he knocks that ball into right field. That'll be an RBI single as Bledsoe comes in to score, and Olivet Nazarene gets that run right back. It's a 4-1 as Donovan Yell with a pair of RBI singles his last time up. 4-1 here, top 4 with Yell at first and 1 out for Kai Hudson. So the sack bunt works to perfection. Get the single, move him to second, drive him home with a single to right. And here's Kai Hudson. He's 1 for 2. First pitch way upstairs, 1-0. Yell back in safely. Yell's another one who will steal a base. He's 10 for 10 this year. 1-0 to Hudson. He loses the bat. The ball's fouled straight back. Put a little more stickum on that bat. So 1-1 here on the Olivet starting shortstop, Kai Hudson. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. So Pileggi's got Hudson down 1-2, but doesn't really mean much. Hudson's only struck out 7 times in 160 some odd plate appearances this season. In the dirt, and the throw down to second. Yell will reach second on the pass ball. Good base running by Yell. That ball didn't get that far away from Jake Murda, but he was able to take off and reach second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the fourth. Pileggi with a 2-2. Hudson bangs it foul. Down to the Tigers bullpen. That'll roll all the way to the wall. Two and two. Runner at second, Donovan Yell. 1 run in already here in the fourth. It's 4-1 Olivet. Game 2 of this doubleheader. And pitch just misses. See here the St. Francis dugout saying, where did that pitch miss? Some discussion from down to our right. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away now. The pitch from Pileggi to Hudson. Grounded fouled on the third baseline. Stays 3 and 2. Upstairs, and Hudson draws a walk. So Sam walks his second batter of the game. 2 on with 1 out here in the fourth. Taylor Steig now. He's 1 for 2. Singled in the third, was stranded at second. He's now 5 for 13 in the series, and we're going to have a mound visit. There's no action down in the St. Francis bullpen. So this is Pileggi's game at the moment. Four runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Olivet Nazarene. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for St. Francis. Saints lost game 1 by the score of 4-2. They scored 4 runs in the first inning, Olivet did, off of Mac Malcheski. That was all they got off him. They scored 4 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. Mac only allowed 4 hits after the first. He walked 1, he struck out 3. Picked up the loss, but pitched really well. That's his second straight complete game. Second straight 7-inning outing. He's given up 17 hits in those 14 innings, only 7 runs, 10 strikeouts, and only 1 walk, probably the most important thing over his last 2 outings. But offensively, St. Francis just couldn't get anything going. 9 singles in game 1. They had some opportunities, had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 5th. Had runners on in every inning, but just couldn't get anything done offensively. Lost game 1, 4-2. They're down here in game 1, 4-1, and this ball's lasered out to left. That'll be over the head of Kernbauer. Off the wall, Yell will coast in to score. Coming in behind him is Kai Hudson. The throw to the plate is not in time. The play at third, and Steig is nailed at third. So Steig will pick up a 2-run double here, and he will be thrown out at third base. But it's a 6-1 lead here now for Olivet. Coming in to score is Yell. Right behind him was Hudson. And Steig is out on the 7-5 put out at third. And it looks like Drew Dant may have gotten clipped in the nose. Trainer out there looking at Drew. So it's a 6-1 Olivet lead here in the fourth. For Steig, it's RBIs 51 and 52 on the season in game 47. I'm going to pause a second while they tend to Drew Dant down there at third. 6-1. Olivet here in the top of the fourth. So we're back, and Drew Dant will have to come out of the game. Replacing him down at third base will be Alex Milcars. Tough way for the day to end for Drew as he gets clipped in the nose at third base. So Alex Milcars will come in as a defensive replacement here in the fourth. This team down 6-1. This is Joseph Jimenez. He's 0 for 2. It's 1-0. Downstairs 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on. 2 outs here in the fourth. It's a strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch is downstairs, 3-1. Jimenez, 4 for 9 with his 0 for 2 today. Has drawn a couple of walks in this series. There's ball 4. It's another walk issued here by Pileggi, his 3rd of the afternoon. The inning continues for Olivet. There is some action now in the St. Francis bullpen, starting to get loose, some right-handed action, as Pileggi will face Roden. Roden's been up twice, he's reached twice, a single and a walk. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. 3-run second, 3-run fourth has staked Olivet to a 6-1 lead here. Ball's popped up to shallow right center. In on it comes the right fielder, Klaposh. He'll make the catch, and that will set the side down here in the fourth. But 3 more runs come across. We're through 3.5. 6-1. Tigers with the lead. Bottom of the fourth inning. Olivet 6 runs on 9 hits already here through 3.5. Saints with just 1 run and 2 hits. And they'll send 3, 4, 5 up against Eli Laurent here in the fourth. This will be Nate Maliska leading things off. Nate singled in the first, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. He's 1 for 1, 2 for 11 in the series. First pitch to Nate is hit down the first baseline, foul. It'll be Maliska, Klaposh, and Alex Milcars here in the fourth. Pitch missing away, 1-1. Hits it foul again, 1-2 on the Saints' first baseman. Good crowd for the doubleheader today. It's a really nice day. It's warm, a little bit muggy, but I've always said you're either allowed to complain about the cold or you're allowed to complain about the heat. Living here in Chicago, you are not allowed to complain about both. So you will never hear me complain about the heat. Give me 80 degrees and muggy any day of the week over 35 and raining, 100%. It's 1-2 now on Meliska. Hit down the right field line. The breaking ball turned on by Nate. Stays foul. Stays 1-2. Sun is out again. It's mostly a blue sky now. It's been cloudy most of the afternoon, but sun is shining. Clear blue sky up above. Saints looking to avoid ending their regular season on a 3-game losing streak, but they got some work to do. It's 2-2 on Meliska. Grounded to first, but foul. So Nate's staying alive. Jordan Roden, the second baseman, playing shallow right field. On the first baseman, Meliska. Nate pops it up again. Heads up. One more time. Laurent to Meliska. Fastball away, 3-2. Good at bat by Nate. Fouling off a lot of pitches. Saints need some base runners here in the fourth. They're down by 5. Payoff pitch. And they get a base runner as Meliska draws a leadoff walk. Second walk of the day issued by Laurent, and that'll bring up Kleposh. Jake flew out to left his first time up. He's 3 for 9 in the series now. Infield not playing in double play depth here by any means. Roden's still out in right field with Kleposh at the plate. He swings the first pitch and smokes it out to right center. Roden looks up, and it's gone. Home run, Jake Kleposh, and the Saints get back into this one a little bit. First home run of the season for Jake comes in the final regular season game. It's a 2-run homer to right center field, and it's 6-3. Jake gave it a ride, didn't waste any time at all. Swinging at that first pitch, launching it over the right center field fence. And the Saints have cut the lead in half. It's now 6-3. Here's Alex Milcars. Alex came in as a defensive sub in the top of the fourth inning as Drew Dant got hit in the nose. Looked like there was some blood. And Alex first pitch swinging with a base hit to center. Alex came in at $190 on the season, 11 for 58. First pitch swinging, and he gets a base hit to center. Brian Hidalgo now with Milcars at first. Hidalgo looking to keep this rally going. 3 straight runners have reached here in the fourth. First pitch fastball is a strike. And the rally will continue as Hidalgo's hit off the backside with the pitch. So Milcars will go down to second. Here's Jack Salzeder. Last time up, Jack hit the ball on the screws, but right at the second baseman, Jordan Roden. So 2 on, nobody out. We'll see if Salzeder drops down a bunt here with 2 on. Try to get those runners into scoring position. Does square to bunt. Pitch is low and away. So it's Milkars at second, Hidalgo at first. Nice bunt drop down in front of Laurent. Only play is to first. Nicely done. Executed the 1-3 sack bunt. Jack Salzeder will move Hidalgo to second, Milkars to third. And now it'll be Cliff Vickers with 1 out and 2 in scoring position here in the bottom of the fourth. Left-handed action up in the Olivet bullpen. And I think we're going to have a pitching change here. I saw Jeff Mulliken come out and take a look down at his bullpen and saw an arm go up as if to say he's ready to go. I think this might be it for Eli Laurent here in the fourth. See if he gets the ball taken from him. Some discussion on the mound. There's a lefty in the pen. There's a lefty at the plate, and they're going to let him pitch. They're going to give him Cliff Vickers here with 2 in scoring position and 1 away in the fourth. So it's Alex Milkars at third, Brian Hidalgo at second. Walk, home run, single, hit by pitch, sack, bunt. Gives us 2 on, 1 out. Third baseman Jack Dupuis even with the bag at third, but well off the line as Olivet playing Cliff Vickers to pull. Cliff hits it down the left field line. He had a sac fly to right for an RBI in game 1. Picked up a single here in game 2. He's 3 for 10 in the series. Still early enough in this game. You just want to make good contact, get that runner home from third with less than 2 outs. Away, 1-1. Jake Murda in the on-deck circle, and then if anybody reaches beyond Jake, it'll go back up to John McGuire at the top of the lineup. So once again, Saints spot Olivet a lot of runs and then try to claw back into it. 1-1 on Vickers. Breaking ball upstairs. They spotted the Lions 4 runs in game 1. They were able to get 2 of them back, but dropped game 1 by the score of 4-2. They fell behind 3-0 and 6-1 here in this one. It's now 6-3, bottom of the fourth, and they're threatening for more. Popped up on the left side. Dupuis in foul territory. And he makes the catch in the heel of the glove. The big second out recorded by Laurent here in the fourth. Now Jake Murda has to pick up a base hit to get those runners home now as Vickers not able to get the job done with 1 out. Jake grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. He scored a run on the ball John McGuire hit to right that Taylor Bledsoe just misplayed. Murda to right center, over forward is Bledsoe, and he won't get there. That'll get both runs home. Murda will steam into second with a 2-run double, and it's a 5-run fourth inning, and the Saints are within a run. It's 6-5. So Murda needed to get that ball down since they weren't able to get the runner home from third with less than 2, and Jake says, I'll do you one better. I'll bring them both home as he hits a laser beam to right. And he'll be replaced here at second base by Malachi Riley as a pinch runner. The Saints down 6-1 coming into the bottom of the fourth. They put up 4 here in the inning, threatening for more with John McGuire stepping in with Riley at second base. John 0 for 2. Flew to right. The ball was dropped by Bledsoe his last time up. Hard hit into the hole. Riley hits third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Riley is out at the home plate. He was tagged by Beatty on the ankle as he ran past. So the single to right, but the 9-2 putout at the plate will keep this game from being tied and send us to the 5th with Olivet up by a run. New pitcher for the Saints here as we go to the 5th. It will be the sophomore out of Plainfield, Ethan Fleming, 5'9". Right-hander Ethan Fleming comes in. This is his 14th appearance of the season. He's 3-4 on the year. He has struck out 19, walked 9 in 34 innings. First pitch fastball to Evan Pajoli is swung on and missed for a strike. So Pileggi went 4. Gave up 9 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3, struck out 1. That's a 1-1 now on Pajoli. Ground ball to the left side, fielded by Mielkars. Alex, long throw across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th. Mason Beatty now the catcher stepping in. First pitch grounded to the right side. And 2 quick outs here recorded by Fleming in the 5th. So Ethan's been used as both a starter and a reliever this year. His 14th appearance of the season. He's made 7 starts. His last time out was an inning against Indiana South Bend, scoreless. Had a difficult outing against Trinity Christian prior to that. 14 hits in 5 1/3. But before that, 1 earned run in 7 against Judson. So, very up and down season for Ethan. Hoping more up than down as we get into CCAC play here. He's 2 up, 2 down, and this is Taylor Bledsoe. It's 2-0 on Bledsoe. Taylor's been up twice. He's reached twice. He scored twice. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th. It's 6-5 here, bottom 4. Slapped foul to right. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Nobody on in the 5th. Another foul ball. 2-2. Ethan doesn't strike many batters out. Only 19 strikeouts in 34 innings, but good control. Only 9 walks. 2-2 grounded to short. Hidalgo off his glove. That'll probably be an infield hit for Bledsoe. Hard play. Yep. Ruled a single almost right away. I don't know that Brian would have had him even if he had fielded that cleanly. He was deep in that shortstop hole. And it's top of the order now, and Jack Dupuis. Jack 1 for 2. It's a 2-run single. Last time up, dropped a sac bunt down. He's up with Bledsoe at first with 2 outs. Up and in with first pitch fastball, 1-0. So the line on Sam Pileggi, 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs. He walked 3, struck out 1. Ground ball to the right side, under the glove of Meliska into right field. Bledsoe will make the turn at second, reach third easily. And after the first 2 batters were retired on ground balls, Olivet Nazarene threatening again here in the 5th. They have runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Donovan Yell, who already has 2 hits and 2 RBIs in this one. Yell was 1 for 12 in the first 3 games of the series. He's 2 for 3 today with a couple of base knocks. He singled and scored in the 3-run 4th. He's got Bledsoe at third, Dupuis at first, and 2 away in the 5th. First pitch upstairs for a ball. There's a fastball called a strike, 1-1 from Fleming. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Double-barreled action now in the Olivet bullpen. A lefty and a righty down there. Got Ethan Fleming in for Sam Pileggi in the 5th. 2 on, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch is hit out to center. Vickers will settle underneath it, make the catch, and the Tigers will strand him at the corners. We're halfway through this one. It's a 1-run ball game. New pitcher for Olivet Nazarene here in the bottom of the 5th is the senior lefty out of Naperville by way of Mattia Valley. It is the lefty, Noah Bradshaw, 6 foot tall. Bradshaw making his 12th appearance of the season. He's got a 1-0 record, 14 innings of work, 13 hits, walked 6, struck out 9. ERA of just over 4. And he'll face Kernbauer, Meliska, Klaposh, and if anybody reaches, Alex Milkars will hit the 5th. This was a 6-1 Olivet lead going to the bottom of the 4th, a 4-run, the 4th for the Saints. Got him within a run. Ground ball to the third baseman, Dupuis, and there's one out. Kernbauer now 0 for 3 and just 1 for 14 in this 4-game series. Here's Meliska. Nate started off the fourth with just a fantastic at-bat against Eli Laurent. Fouled off 4 or 5 pitches before he was able to draw a walk. And then Jake Klaposh with his first home run of the year. Got the offense going for the Saints in the fourth. They added on 2 more. Had the tying run thrown out at the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch bounced in there to Meliska. Nate's been up twice. He's reached twice. He was singled and was thrown out trying to stretch that single into a double back in the first. And then, as I mentioned, walked and scored last inning. Fastball right there, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fastball, same spot, same call. Nate didn't like that one, though. Drops the bat. That's a couple words for the home plate umpire, but it's 1-2 now on Meliska. Nate grounds it to the left side. Hudson this time. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. An infield defense on the left side for Olivet Nazarene. Jack Dupuis, Kai Hudson. They've done a really, really solid job this afternoon. 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Klaposh. So last time up, Jake, his first home run of the season over the right center field wall. RBI's 32 and 33 on the year. Breaking ball chopped at foul. Jake now 4 for 10 in the series. Junior out of Woodridge. Lefty on lefty, down on the count, 0-1. Ball's thrown in the right-handed batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Alex Milcar's in the on-deck circle here in the 5th. 6-5, Olivet Nazarene with the lead in Game 2. Hit to the right side, Jordan Roden from shallow right field. And out at first is Klaposh. So 3 ground ball outs. A quick 5th inning. We go to the 6th. It's a 1-run game. Ethan Fleming back out there for a 2nd inning of work. Gave up a couple of singles in the 5th, but was able to wriggle away from that. So we'll go to the 6th, and Fleming will face Hudson, Steig, and Jimenez here in inning 6. 6 runs, 11 hits, and an error for the Tigers. 5-5-0 for the Saints. First pitch from Fleming to Hudson is on the inside corner for a strike. Hudson's 1 for 2, doubled. Back in the first, walked and scored in the 4th. 1-1. Infield straight up, outfield shifted over towards left field for Hudson. Breaking ball stays in. Back in the first inning, Hudson. Ball in the screws right up into that jet stream that's blown out to left center field. Picked up an easy double. Was stranded at second, though. He's up in the count here, 3-1. And he'll draw a leadoff walk, the dreaded leadoff walk here in the sixth. First walk of the game issued by Fleming. Fourth walk by Saints pitching. Now it'll be Taylor Steig. Last time up, Steig doubled the left and then was thrown out at third, trying to stretch it into a triple. And it was on that play that Drew Dant suffered an injury and was replaced. Loud first pitch strike by Taylor Steig. It's 0-1. Steig's 2 for 3 in this one with the double and the 2 RBIs. He's got Hudson at first, nobody out. His team with a 1-run lead. There goes the runner. The ball's hit out to right, and this should be an easy double play. Klaposh has it, makes the throw over to first. Nate Melisko will double off Kai Hudson. So that happened to the Saints in the first in game one. It happens to Olivet Nazarene here in game two. The 9-3 double play. 2 outs and nobody on now. Happened to the Saints in the second inning of this game. Drew Dant walked with 1 out. Brian Hidalgo hit a line drive to the third baseman, Jack Dupuis. And Dant was caught off first, and same thing happens here. Kai Hudson took off with the pitch, and it looks like, I don't know if Hudson came up a little lame, but it took him some time to get back to the dugout. So there's 2 outs, nobody on now for Joseph Jimenez. Joseph, so for 2, he walked his last time up. Fleming with the first pitch is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Inside, a 1-1 on Jimenez. He's been on base 7 times in the 4 games now. Ground ball, nice play by Ethan Fleming on the mound. He'll underhand it over to Meliska to set the side down in order. So Fleming's able to work around the leadoff walk. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Saints still only trail by a run. Another new pitcher out there for the 6th inning. It is the freshman, Cade Costello. Costello stands 6 foot tall. He's from Fayetteville, Arkansas. And on the season, he's making his 12th appearance of the season. He started 3 games. He's 1-1. An ERA of about 6.5, 15 walks, 19 strikeouts in 28 innings for Cade Castillo. And he'll face Alex Milcars, Brian Hidalgo, Jack Salzeder here in the 6th inning. So no Bradshaw, just a very workmanlike 1-2-3. The lefty came in, got 3 ground ball outs, and his day is done. So it'll be Castillo here against Milcars. Alex singled and scored in the 4th inning. Came in as a defensive replacement for Drew Dant at the top of the 4th. 1-1 to Alex. He's away 2-1. So on the season, Alex is at $1.90. That hit today should push that average close to, if not over 200, as 7 runs knocked in. Double, couple of triples on the season for the junior outfielder from Oswego. He's up in the count here, 3-1. Get on base. And it's called a strike on the outside corner, 3-2. Alex wearing the knee-high socks with the yellow stripes. I dig it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out now from Castillo. Alex fouls it off. Stays 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 6 runs, 11 hits, and an error for Olivet. 5-5-0 for the Saints. Ground ball to the left side. That'll roll foul. Infield, outfield, both straight up. Those middle infielders been playing deep all afternoon. Both of them still back on the outfield grass against Milcars. And Alex will draw a leadoff walk. So good afternoon for Alex. He's come in. He's a defensive replacement. He's made a play over there at third. He's been up twice. He's been on base twice. And he will be the tying run over at first base. Second on the team in stolen bases as well. He's a perfect 6 for 6 this year. Brian Hidalgo looking to extend his hitting streak to 5. He lined into a double play back in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th. There goes Milcars. The throw down to 2nd, and Alex is safe as he moves that left hand, gets it out of the way, and slaps the right hand down on the base. So Milcars picks up his 7th stolen base of the season, and it's a 1-0 count here on Hidalgo. Some discussion between Jeff Mulligan and that second base umpire. Second base umpire says he was safe. Called it again. So Milcars at 2nd with a 1-0 count on Hidalgo. 1-0 pitch to Brian. 2-0. Speed at 2nd and Alex Milcars. Brian Hidalgo slaps the 2-0 pitch well out of play. Foul. 2-1. Hidalgo does not hold up his swing. Called a strike. 2-2 now. 2 pitches upstairs, 3-2. It'll be Jack Salzeder and then up next, and then Cliff Vickers. So if Hidalgo is able to draw a walk here, we'll see a very similar situation to what we saw last inning. Payoff pitch. Alex back into 2nd. As Castillo makes a half-hearted attempt back to 2nd base. Brian Hidalgo, the junior out of Addison, 5'11", 217, ground ball to the left side. Hudson has it across his body to retire Hidalgo on the 6-3 putout, but Milcars will go over to 3rd. So the tying run just 90 feet away here. Jack Salzeder stepping in. Jack 0 for 1. Last time up, he dropped a sac bunt down to the pitcher. Now his job is to get Alex Milcars home from 3rd with less than 2 outs. Infield moving in. Middle infield shortstop is about halfway in. 3rd baseman's in even with the bag. Right side of the diamond back a little bit more for Salzeder. Back up the middle. And the throw to 1st. Here comes Milcars to the plate, and he's safe. Alex baited the pitcher, waited for Castillo to go to first, and he had Mielkars hung out to dry, but instead decided to go to first base. And as soon as he threw it to first, Mielkars took off for home. He beat the throw to the plate. It's an RBI ground out for Jack Salzeder, and we're all knotted at 6. Good base running by Alex Mielkars to get this game tied. 2 outs, nobody on now, and Cliff Vickers steps in. First pitch is in for a strike. So this was 6-1. It's now 6-6 here, bottom 6. And Vickers, who's 1 for 2. Pitch missing away. Vickers fouls it at the plate. So this inning started with a walk to Alex Mielkars. He stole second. He was grounded to third by Brian Hidalgo, and then Jack Salzeder grounded back to the pitcher. Cade Castillo had Mielkars. If he had gone to third, if he had thrown it to third, he would have had Mielkars caught in a pickle. As the ball's lofted to center field, Donovan Yell is there to make the catch and retire the side. So some good running and some fortunate decision-making for the Saints here in the bottom of the 6th. Has got this game tied as we go to the late innings. Top of the 7th, Ethan Fleming back out there for his 3rd inning of work, and we're in a tie ball game now. Saints down 6-1 going into the bottom of the 4th, scored 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th to get the game tied. So Fleming will face Roden, Pajoli, and Mason Beatty here in the 7th inning. First pitch is a ball to Roden. Roden's 1 for 2, singled and scored back in the 2nd. 1-0 pitch popped up on the infield. McGuire and Hidalgo come close, and the shortstop does what the shortstop is supposed to do, takes charge, calls off McGuire, makes the catch, 1 out. So 2 1/3 shutout for Fleming so far. And it'll be Evan Pajoli now. Pajoli's 0 for 3, 2 for 12 in the series. First pitch is in the dirt. Pajoli was the first batter Fleming faced. Got him to ground out to third. It's a 1-1 now. Top of the 7th, 6-6 ball game. 1-1 pitch. Grounded to the left side. There's Mielkars again. Alex, plenty of time. Throws it across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th. Mason Beatty now, the catcher. Yeti on the day, 1 for 3. Singled, a couple of ground outs since then. First pitch is downstairs for a ball. Final game of the regular season for St. Francis. CCAC tournament starts next Thursday. Pop to left. Kernbauer, and now a bright, sunny Dooley Health and Care Field makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 shutout innings for Ethan Fleming. It's time to stretch. We got a tie ball game. Saints looking to take the lead here, bottom of the 7th. They have not led at all in this doubleheader. They were down 4-0 after half an inning of game 1. They were down 3-0 after an inning and a half today. So this game has only been tied for 1.5 innings. We've played now 14. This will be Jake Murda, who had the big hit in the 4th, a 2-run double to right center, bringing home Milcars and Hidalgo in that 4th inning. Leads off here in the 7th. He bangs it out to center field. Donovan Yell going back. Yell's on the track. He's at the wall and crashes against the wall. Murda hits second. He's going to try for third. And Jake Murda into third with a stand-up triple. 2 at-bats back-to-back for Jake Murda, where he has crushed the baseball. Last time goes to right center field for a double. This time, really to the left of the 400 mark, he picks himself up. A leadoff triple. This will be Jacob Jerka pinch hitting. Pinch running, rather. Pinch running here in the 7th. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away. So Jake Murda came in just 2 for his last 13. See game 1, some good things happening. Picked up a hit, had a couple of good at-bats, and here a double and a triple. McGuire, first pitch swinging, will hit it out to center, and that'll land in front of Donovan Yell for an RBI single for John McGuire. So McGuire has a 2-hit game, and for the first time this afternoon, the Saints take the lead. It's in the bottom of the 7th of game 2. They're up 7-6. For McGuire, that's RBI number 30 on the season for the senior, who regaled us with his electric guitar version of the Star-Spangled Banner before game 1. If you've ever heard the Jimi Hendrix version, this was akin to that. And he gives the Saints the lead here in the 7th. Dropping the bunt down is Kernbauer. Only place to go is to first. And out at first is Kernbauer on the 1-3 sac bunt. McGuire moves to second with 1 away. Now Nate Maliska stepping in with a runner at second and a 1 out. Nate 1 for 2. Singled, walked, and scored, grounded out his last time up. He's got McGuire at second with 1 away. 7-6, Saints with the lead here, game 2. First pitch fastball, catching the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Nate. Meliska looking for his 30th RBI of the season. He was just passed by teammate John McGuire. Topped foul. Nate's second on the team in doubles this season with 10. Fourth on the team in hits with those 48. He's got McGuire at second with one away in the seventh. The 0-2 to Nate. Hit to center, and that's going to get down for a hit. McGuire to wait and see if the ball would be caught by Yell, so he can only move up 90 feet. So he's at third. Meliska's at first. Two-hit game for Nate. And the Saints have runners at the corners with one away for Jake Klaposh. Jake 1 for 3. But he really got the Saints offense sort of untracked. They had been sleepwalking through the first game and a half of this doubleheader. But after Nate Meliska walked to lead off the fourth, Jake with a 2-run homer to right, his first home run of the season, and offense has come to life since that point. They scored four in that inning. They scored 1 in the sixth. They scored 1 here in the seventh. They're threatening for more. With Klaposh at the plate and a 1-0 count. Foul tipped into the mitt, held on to by Beatty. Jake, his first home run, RBIs 32 and 33 of the season, as McGuire at third, Meliska at first, and a 1-1 count. This is Cade Castillo on the mound for his second inning of work. Some action down in the Olivet Nazarene bullpen and the St. Francis bullpen. Both bullpens active here. So the inning started with a Jake Murda triple to center. Donovan Yell banged off the wall. There goes the runner from first. The play to the plate, and they've got McGuire hung up. And safe at third is Nate Meliska as he sneaks in behind the play at third base. That's a 1-2-5 putout of McGuire at third. So Klaposh will reach on the fielder's choice. Meliska will go into third. And it'll be up to Alex Milcars here with runners at the corners and 2 away. Alex 1 for 1. He's reached twice. He's scored twice. He's got runners at the corners with 2 away. First pitch to Milcars is a fastball away, 1-1. Both lefty and righty action down in the Olivet bullpen. St. Francis has some right-handed action down there. We're in the bottom of the seventh. Saints were down 6-1. They're now up 7-6. Foul to the right by Milcars, out of play. Cade Castillo trying to work out of this, giving up just the 1 run. Throw over to first, back in safely as Klaposh. There's a lot going on that last play. The ball that Klaposh hit. Nate Meliska took off for second. Not super fast down there at first. More of a hit and run. Throw down to second. And Klaposh will take second without a throw. Jake, that's his third stolen base of the season. So it's a 1-2 count here on Milcars with Meliska at third, Klaposh at second, and 2 away. Base hit could give him 2. Pitch to Alex. Missing away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. We're in the bottom of the seventh. 3-2. Milcars reaches Brian Hidalgo. Gets a chance to extend that hitting streak to 5 games. Alex came in as a defensive replacement for Drew Dant back in the fourth. 3-2. And he got him swinging. Swung it ball 4, and he knew it. So the Saints will strand a couple in scoring position. We're through 7, but St. Francis has taken the lead. They're leading for the first time this afternoon. We go to the 8th, up 1. we're in the 8th, and the Saints have the lead for the first time this afternoon. They're up 7-6, and Ethan Fleming back out there for his 4th inning of work. He's pitched 3 shutout innings so far, given up a couple of hits. He's walked one, hasn't struck out anybody, but getting that Olivet offense to make weak contact. There's more. Throw across the diamond, 1 pitch, 1 out from Mielkars. That's 8 in a row now retired by Fleming. Last hit Fleming gave up was a 2-out single to Jack Dupuis, the man at the plate, back in the 5th. We're in the 8th. Saints 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Olivet Nazarene 6 runs, 11 hits, and an error. Saints have played pretty good defense here in this doubleheader. They haven't made an error in either game so far. First pitch fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Dupuis, who's 2 for 3. A couple of singles and a couple of RBIs here in game 2. Hit out to center, hit pretty well. Vickers isn't going to get that. That'll one hop off the wall, and Dupuis will have himself a 1-out double here in the 8th. So tying run at second base now for the Tigers, with Donovan Yell stepping in. Last time Yell was up, he had a fly out to center. Has a couple hits, couple RBIs, though, in game 2 of this doubleheader. It's the 12th hit. Of the day for Olivet. And this might be it for Fleming, and if it is, 3 1/3 of very, very good relief. And it looks like we are going to go to a right-hander coming out of the pen, so that'll do it for Ethan Fleming. 3 1/3. He's responsible for the runner at second, but he pitched really, really well, and we'll give you the information on the new Saints pitcher on the other side. 7-6, Saints with the lead in the 8th. The new pitcher for the Saints here with 1 on, 1 out in the 8th is Anthony Panzella, the righty, making his 6th appearance of the season. 8 innings for Anthony. He's walked 3, struck out 6. And it won't be easy. He's got Donovan Yell, Kai Hudson, Taylor Steig here with Jack Dupuis at second with 1 out in the 8th. So for Ethan Fleming, 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits. He's responsible for Dupuis at second. He walked 1, didn't strike anybody out, but that was really solid relief from Ethan. Gave his team a chance, and the offense came to life. They scored 6 in the last 4. They've taken a 7-6 lead as we're here in the 8th. First pitch to Yell is a ball. In inside. Two balls, no strikes to Donovan Yell. Yell slapping it to left. Kernbauer is there to make the catch. 2 away. Dupuis stays at second, and that'll bring up Kai Hudson. Hudson's been a problem today. He's been on base 3 times. A double, couple of walks. He scored a run. He's only 3 for 11 in the series, but he's reached base 6 times. Hitting .380 on the season, 41 runs knocked in. RBI 42 would tie the game. Penzella trying to keep Dupuis close to that second base bag. John McGuire only a handful of steps away. Trying to keep Dupuis from getting that secondary lead. First pitch to Hudson. Gets away. The throw down to third, and safe at third is Dupuis on the passed ball. That was a close play, bang, bang over there at third. Alex Milkar's jumping up in the air. He thought he got him. I thought Dupuis was dead to rights over there at third base, but he was able to beat the throw, so he's 90 feet away now with a 1-0 count on Hudson. Breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. Saints were down 6-1 in this game in the bottom of the 4th. They're now up 7-6 in the 8th. Ground ball to the third baseman, Milkar's. Alex scoops, fires, throws, and gets him over at first. And Olivet Nazarene will strand a runner at third. We're through 7.5. Saints still with a 1-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. St. Francis with a 1-run lead, 7-6. Brian Hidalgo in what will likely be his last opportunity to extend that hitting streak to 5 will lead things off here in the 8th against Cade Castillo. Is in for his 3rd inning of work. Brian 0 for 2. In this one, he was hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th. First pitch to Brian. Fastball upstairs. So if the Saints end up winning this game, they can all thank Ethan Fleming. 3 1/3 innings of 3-hit, no-run ball. He's in line for the win if they can hold on here. 1-1 on Hidalgo. Final regular season game of the year. 2-1 on Brian. Castillo kicks, fires. 3-1. It'll be Hidalgo, Salzeder, and Cliff Vickers. And then if anybody reaches, Jake Murda. Be hard to pick an offensive star in this game. Ball punched down the right field line, and making the diving catch down the right field line is Tyler Bledsoe. That young man has had a day out there in right field, but he finishes with an exclamation point. A diving catch into the bullpen down the right field line, one away here in the 8th. So offensive stars for St. Francis today. Jake Kleposh, 1 for 4, but he had a 2-run homer to right. You got Alex Milkars, who came in, had a single, a walk, a couple of runs scored, stole a base, scored the game-tying run. And then Jake Murda, 2 for 3 with a double, a triple, and 2 runs scored. So a lot of offensive options to choose from for St. Francis here in this comeback here this afternoon. Still not over. Got to get 3 more outs in the top of the inning, so it'll be nice to tack on some insurance here in the 8th. Salzeder 1 for 2. Laid down a sac bunt back in the 4th. Last time up, hit a ground ball back to the pitcher that ended up driving in Alex Milkars. Pops it to left. In on it comes Jimenez, and he's there to make the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 8th. This is Cliff Vickers now. Cliff 1 for 3. 3 for 12 in the series. Has an RBI. Hoping to extend the inning here in the 8th. In the 9th, Olivet will have Stieg, Jimenez, and Roden. We'll see who comes out for that 9th inning. 1-0 on Cliff. 2-0 now on Vickers. 2-0 pitch, 2-1 on the inside corner at the knees. Some chirping from the St. Francis dugout home plate umpire with an extended look down over there. 2-1 to Vickers, 2-2. And it looked like that strike 2 call was pointed right at the St. Francis dugout. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here on Vickers. Bottom of the 8th. Cliff to the right side. Fielded there by Pajoli. He'll flip it underhand to Cade Castillo on the 3-1 putout. Saints go quietly here in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Saints looking to close this one out. We go to the top of the 9th, and Anthony Panzella is still out there trying to close this out for the Saints. Panzella looking for his first save of the season, looking to give the win to Ethan Fleming if they can hold on. Panzella will have to get through Stieg, Jimenez, and Roden, and if anybody reaches, Evan Pajoli. First pitch to Stieg is hit a ton to left. That's twisting. It's in the corner, and that'll bounce up over the wall. It's a ground rule double. First pitch, Taylor Stieg. It's a runner at scoring position with nobody out here in the 9th. And now it'll be Joseph Jimenez. Jimenez 0 for 3 in game 2 of this series. Does have a walk. A couple of hits and an RBI in game one. And we're going to have a pitching change here with a runner at second and nobody out. Give you the particulars on the other side. Olivet threatens in the ninth. The new pitcher for the Saints here with nobody out in the top of the ninth is the righty Zach Blazekovich. Zach making his 16th appearance of the season, the team leading 16th appearance of the season. He has a couple of saves on the year, 15 strikeouts, only 4 walks in 21 innings, and he'll face Joseph Jimenez. As the Saints expect a bunt, Jimenez misses the bunt attempt and back into second base head first is Taylor Steig. So Panzella came on, was able to retire Olivet Nazarene with a runner in scoring position. Now Blazekovich has to do the same thing here in the ninth. Nate Meliska way in, already half of the way. He's able to field it, but he has to go to first. So over to third on the 3-4 sack bunt. Goes Steig, so he's 90 feet away, and Jordan Roden steps in. Saints would love a strikeout, a pop-up, something to keep Steig right at third base. Roden's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. 6 for 9 in the series. First pitch. Swings and misses. Blazekovich with an interesting delivery, sort of rocks the baby, right? He's got if you watch him on the mound there, gets that ball in the glove, rocks it around at his waist, then comes set, brings it high, brings it low. The 0-1. Smacked out to center, and the diving catch is made out there by Vickers, but that'll bring home the game-tying run, and we're square at 7 here in the top of the ninth. Beautiful catch made out in center field by Cliff Vickers, but plenty deep enough, especially with Vickers having to dive to bring home Steig. And for Roden, that's his 4th RBI of the series. The book is closed on Panzella, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run. So Ethan Fleming will not pick up the victory. Blazekovich here now in the ninth. 2 outs, nobody on, and Evan Pajoli missing down and away. First run allowed by the Saints since the 4th. Big swing from Pajoli comes up empty. He was 0 for 4, 2 for 13 now in the series with 4 strikeouts. Bottom of the ninth, Saints send up Murda, McGuire, Kernbauer. I think that pitch missed. They called a ball, 2-1. Jake Murda, the number 9 hitter, then McGuire and Kernbauer, 1-2. It's 2-1 here on Pajoli in the top of the 9th in what's now a tie ball game. 3-1. Zach doesn't walk many batters, only walked 4 in 21 innings. It's behind in the count here, 3-1. 16 appearances for Zach, all 16 out of the bullpen. Ground ball foul. Over to the Olivet dugout, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Run in here in the 9th. Payoff pitch. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner, and down goes Pajoli for the second time today. But the Tigers tie it. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 7s are wild here in Joliet. Bottom of the 9th inning. Cade Castillo back out there. Oh, excuse me, that's not Cade Castillo. That's number 13. That is Cade Castillo. I'm sorry, Jack Dupuis was standing on the mound when I looked up. That is Cade Castillo, number 11, back out there for his 4th inning of work. And he'll face Jake Murda, John McGuire, Josh Kernbauer here in the bottom of the 9th as the Saints look to walk it off. So Jake Murda, 2 of the big hits in this one, a 2-run double and a leadoff triple in the 7th. 9-1-2. Long delay here. Double-barreled action for Olivet. First pitch to Murda is fouled off, 0-1. Jake scored a couple of runs, has those 2 extra base hits. So 7-7 game here in the bottom of the 9th. Saints looking to walk it off. Murda fouls it to the right again. No balls, 2 strikes on the Saints catcher. Up and in. Turned out of the way, 1-2. Bottom of the 9th. 7-7 ball game. Saints looking to take a split of this doubleheader. And Murda waves at that one. He's the first out of the inning. Second strikeout victim of Castillo. Comes with nobody out here in the 9th. Top of the order now, John McGuire. John 2 for 4. A couple of singles and an RBI here in game 2. He's 5 for 14 in this 4-game series. Down and away, 1-0. Two and 0. There's a strike. 2-1. McGuire slicing it down the right field line. That'll land out of play. 2-2 now on the St. Francis starting second baseman. Two balls, two strikes, one away here in the ninth. Castillo looking at his infielders. His infielders looking at his outfielders, making sure they're set. They are. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Castillo with the pitch. 3-2. Payoff pitch now from Castillo to McGuire with 1 out in the ninth. It's over his head. It hit him. So down to first will go McGuire. I think that got him off the top of the helmet on a curveball, but he looks like he's all right. Now Josh Kernbauer. Josh had a tough day. He's 0 for 3. Did drop down a sack bunt his last time up. He's 1 for 14 in the series, so you know he wants to pick up a big hit here. Down at first base, John McGuire, 8 for 9 in stolen bases on the season for John. First pitch to Josh is a fastball away, 1-0. Middle infield for the Tigers, double play depth. Second baseman Jordan Roden close to that bag. Outfield straight up. Third baseman hugging the line. There's a strike. Jack Dupuis hugging that line at third base. Not wanting to give up anything right down the line. First baseman Evan Pajoli holding on McGuire. 1-1. Throw over to first. John back in safely. One pitch. Josh bangs it out to left center. Jimenez is back. He's on the track. He's at the wall. It's gone. Josh Kernbauer walks us off with a 2-run bomb to left center, and the Saints get a split of the doubleheader. They win this one 9-7. I had said Josh had been struggling a little bit in this series. All is forgotten as the Saints crowd around Kernbauer at home plate. The Saints walk it off with a 2-run homer from Josh Kernbauer, the senior. His final regular season game goes off with a bang, and the Saints split this doubleheader. They win Game 2 by the final score of 9-7. The winning pitcher is Zach Blazekovic. He improves to 2-0 on the season. The loss goes to Cade Castillo. He drops to 1-2. Game takes 2 hours and 28 minutes to play. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Saints. 7 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. Saints improve to 25-19. Finish the regular season 23-9 in conference. Olivet finishes 22-27, 19-13 in the CCAC. That'll do it for today's doubleheader action from Dooley Health and Care Field. Saints split the doubleheader. They lose Game 1. They take Game 2 in dramatic fashion. Now it's playoff time starting next Thursday. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.